Hey, howdy. We're back doing some more Yumatuki. I took the day off from work today because I've been slowly running out of things to do this week, and I woke up this morning and then fell back asleep, and now I'm here. So I'm gonna do the dailies. Actually, I have no idea where... Is that the... Mapsuki? Is that the actual Mapsuki? I wonder. I'm gonna do the daily, and then I have no idea where this vending machine is. Maybe someone says it while I'm playing. And then there's a new area that I want to go visit, because I was looking around in the version history, and all the P-Gray stuff we've already seen. Haven't seen any of the Yumabako stuff yet. Cornfolk's Ground, server not found. There's a whole bunch of stuff from Yumabako in the previous patches that I still haven't seen yet. Tonoda. Tonoda is the person who did Port City, right? I think this connects to Port City. Yeah. Their worlds are all super, super pretty, so I gotta go and visit them at some point. And then... Moriwo. There is a Moriwo update, and I can't help but notice there's a whole bunch of maps that presumably these are all one huge map, accessible from Foliage Estate, Whispery Sewers, and Wind Turbine Plateau. This is kind of huge, because Wind Turbine, for the longest time, Wind Turbine Plateau was basically just a straight line. And I think it still is a straight line. What the hell? Okay, these are some conditions. Current season is not winter. I forget how you even check that. Hello, Mirror Room. Nice to see you. I think I'm gonna have to wake up. Because even if I go back to the dream room... Wow. A lot of ways to waste my time. I got the Chainsaw Rasuki event, too. Okay, round 2. I forget what the tell is for seasons. Let me check randomizers. I think socks means that it's August. Not August, it means that it's fall. Yes. Okay, so as long as there is something there, I know that it's not winter. Okay, so I know we're fine, so I know we can take this path. Let's go to Eliminate Edifice. This area is very fun. What is... That's a toilet, okay. Oh, this is Constellation World, isn't it? No, Theater World, excuse me. Yeah, because that's the old icon for the connection to Theater World. Very fun. But I'm gonna be dead honest. I saw the patch notes and noticed that Moriwo added a new world with like a map with a bunch of connections, and I started comically bouncing up and down in my chair because, oh my god. Moriwo is like one of the most consistently incredible map makers to ever make maps for 2K, and the fact that they finally come back it puts a smile in my heart. We love them, we love their work. Their work is very much appreciated. Where do I go again? These letters almost spell out Blahaj. E, where is he? Oh, E's back here, okay. see... HL... Oh no, G is correct. Okay, I see. So go through here, and then go up. And then up. Right? No, it's this one. Because that one that I was standing in front of was Bodhis's rotation station. There we go. Oh, those are chasers, right. I almost just walked right into one of them. Oh. I'm looking at the map. Damn you. Loquat, Orchard... It's in this current section of the map that I'm in. I just need to go a little further down. Is this it? No, this is Candy World. Okay. One more layer down. Okay. I've learned to really like the worlds and, like, maps that are connected to Lemonade Edifice. I wasn't a huge fan of it at first. What the... Oh, this is a weird map. So where do I have to go? I have to go to Polygon Mazescape. Does this require me to use Polygon? No, it doesn't. Okay. Oh, Himalayan Salt Shoal. Interesting. Orange Slate. Quarter Flats. Plug the drain and summon... What? Plug the drain? What drain? Is this the drain? So if I were to do Terra Terra right now, what would happen? Nothing. Okay. Oh, wait, that's why... season can't be winter. I see, because otherwise it would be snow. Right next to the hole is another ladder that leads to one of the upper areas of the maze. The end of the platform is a stand with a hook. Okay, so it's this. There we go. And then now if I use Terra Terra. Yeah, okay, that's the... I like that. Whoa, wait. Really cool. So look at... Okay, that's a boat. I thought that was like a tin can or something floating around. Okay, so... I kind of just have to follow the buoys, huh? Okay. Seems simple enough. Oh, and it's fast! Yes, I love fast boats. I'm always a little annoyed with some of these maps that have the super, super slow boats. Admittedly, sometimes it helps with the atmosphere, but they can be a little irritating sometimes depending on the map. Oh, okay, here's the spot where I have to get off. Ooh. There's a whole flock of people nonogramming. I wonder. Hang on, because I can check the number of people on nonogram. 5 people. Wow. It would be extremely funny to do like a nonogramming event. Everyone goes and has Picross time. Everyone goes to Nonogram Sands and just does nonograms. Suppose they can't legally call it Picross, but that's, you know, that's what it is. I imagine this is Fairy? Okay. I love, like, going up high to very, like, isolated areas and still seeing weird things. Just, like, seeing living creatures where you could have sworn there wouldn't be any. Because actually, I have an anecdote. So, these past few days, it's been pretty damn cold. We finally got back to winter after all this time. And, couple that with the fact that I ended up getting to work a little late yesterday, and because of the way that the parking garage is set up, it's so weird, the way that this parking garage works. It's like, depending on which way you turn, left or right, you'll have access to either the odd floors or the even floors, and they, like, cross over each other. It makes it a little difficult to navigate if you've never done it before, but even after you have, it's just a little... It's odd the way that it's set up. And that also means, because they are broadly organized by employees and visitors, I basically only have 6 floors to work with when it comes to parking. So if I get there late and people have already kind of filed in, I have to go all the way up to the top, and because of the way that it's set up, the top is like the 12th floor, which is very interesting. But I had a day where I ended up getting out of my car on the 12th floor, like all the way up at the top. And I noticed there were little, like, wet piles of wet white stuff. All, like, in, like, random spots around on the 12th floor. And at the time I was thinking, like, okay, that's just, you know, it's just ice. It's just sitting there, it's like melting. It was colder yesterday, so it makes sense that there'd be ice there. So the funny thing is that that wasn't ice. Because as I was leaving that day, I started to notice that there were pigeons. Even though I was all the way up on the 12th floor of an office building parking garage, there were pigeons just everywhere. And I had this moment of just like, oh shoot, like, there are, in fact, living things up here. And it's kind of the best place for living things to be, considering that, you know, the ground floor is taken by humans. No one usually comes up here unless they're getting in their car and then walking to the elevator and going down to the first floor. So, of all the places for pigeons to sit, this is kind of perfect for them. And so those piles of white, dubiously wet piles, it was bird dander. It was like a fluff and feathers from the birds. Just slightly more gross, but whatever. It was still funny to see. Because even when I was like walking around up on the top floor, I saw like a couple of pigeons hopping around doing their bird thing. I really like this panorama. Hopping around doing their bird thing. And I even saw a few up in like the rafters and like the stairwell leading up to the roof. Never been up on the roof. I have a feeling it's for employees only. It's one of those kind of things. Maybe one day, if I ever have the chance, I'll go up there and poke around. It could be cool. So this is the new area, and I'm fairly certain that this area is created by Moriwo, because I saw that there were 2 authors credited. It was okay, yeah, it's Fluxide. Fluxide didn't work on this map though. Already, I like what I'm seeing. I really like these this grid texture. Like, look at that. It's like a oh, what's even the word for these? It's like a lithograph. Ooh. I'm gonna take liberal use of the bat effect. I cannot use the bat effect. Okay, cool. Never mind. I did notice that there were a couple of locations that connected up with this place. That the thing that kind of concerns me is that Moriwo's locations are really serpentine, and I'm worried I'm gonna get lost in here. But also this place doesn't seem like it's done, so maybe it won't be that hard to navigate. But I saw that this place connected to Wind Turbine Plateau, it connected with Foliage Estate, it connected with Whispery Sewers, I think. So when exploring this place, I'm probably going to find those areas and just like poke my head out. Let me actually, before I move on from that door, let me actually go to the left and see what's over here. Ooh. It's a really big set of connections. Oh, come on, why'd you have to put the animated lights on the door you can't reach? That's mean. That's probably going to be a connection to somewhere. This kind of makes me think of... this is a concept that I want to try and use when I eventually make more fleshed out games. There's something to be said about the sheer helplessness that you feel when you normally have a way to map out an area, and that ability is taken away from you. And here it's a little bit more artificial because, you know, it's just the map isn't finished yet, and because it's so new, the map hasn't been added yet to YNO. But I love that concept of you've been relying on a map for so long, you have an intuition for how to use the map to find your way around an area, and then the game strips that from you. You have no idea where you're going, you just need to stumble around and see where you go. There's something very interesting about that. Ooh. Ooh, I kind of just skipped that door out of vibes. It looks like I picked the right path. Where does this lead? Oh my god, wait. I was kind of expecting this to be an exit path. This is a whole thing? I like that art. It's very unique. Oh no, maybe this is an exit path. This is starting to look like Foliage Estate. So does this pop out in foliage estate then? Interesting. I wonder where it puts me. I'm praying for no one-way paths, but it kinda... Ooh! Really nice. Moriwo really loves like this exact kind of panorama, and I dig it. I love these kinds. I love these kinds of visuals. Interesting. I was fully expecting that to be an exit path. Okay, and I don't know what that sign means. I'm kinda hoping that it's not a dream pool situation again. Because I love a lot of the things about these maps. Was not huge on dream pool and the invisible gimmick that was... It's kind of hard to clock that it was even a mechanic. This area with the pillars looks really nice. It's very... How do I even describe it? I was about to say it's kind of like Dark Souls-y. It's like bright background. But not even that. I wonder what would be a good description for that. Interesting. So this probably puts me back into the labyrinth. Yeah. Still finding doors that I've never seen before. I underestimated how huge this place was. Like tons of unique music as well. Also, I haven't even mentioned it, but this is episode 420. I probably won't do anything special, besides, you know, the fact that I'm going to a Moriwo location. I feel like that's special enough. Oh, this has got to be something special, huh? But yeah, episode 420. I might do something for episode 500, but, you know, we'll get there when we get there. Ooh. What are we looking at? Oh. Huh. Oh, we found an exit path. Okay, this is Whispery Sewers. And the map isn't popping up, which makes me think that we're in a new map internally? Maybe not. Pretty sure that's also part of Whispery Sewers. Excuse me. I do love this. It's the kind of area that where I question what am I even going to do for the thumbnail? Because there's so many really cool visuals, and because this is something that I haven't mentioned explicitly, but it comes up a lot when I'm making the thumbnails. Anytime I can get an image that is surrounded by black on all sides. Like, something like this. Where, like, everything past where Urasuki is sitting is pure black across the entire screen. I can have a little bit more fun with it. Because I don't need to play Picasso and try and fill in empty space. The empty space is just an infinite amount of, like, an arbitrary amount of black pixels extending out from that point. And it can be either as small or as large as I want. Usually I err on it being small because, you know, large amounts of white space off to the side just generally looks bad. It can look good in certain circumstances. Okay, this is that place with the interesting music. I think I can slowly work my way back to that main simple street-esque corridor. Pretty sure it's here. Yeah. One in that door, one in this door. Pretty sure I've already been over here. Right? I remember the specific geometry. Yeah, okay. So both of these are places I've seen before. Let's try and backtrack a little bit more and go from there. Okay. That's the room that kind of reminds me. Whenever I see a room like that, it always makes me think of the stained glass room in Super Paper Mario, in like the like antechamber between Flipside and Flopside with all the sages on it. I don't know why that's always what comes to mind. Okay, it's just these two doors in here. It always makes me think of that one visual of all of like Merlin, Merlovely, and Merlumina all like on the stained glass. And there's a neat puzzle involved with that too. I think you have to turn 3D and then they're numbered 1 through 8 or something like that. Very cool. I sincerely wish the gameplay of Super Paper Mario was better, because... I mean, I guess I have on record that I did play it. The mic quality is not the best. The gameplay quality is also not incredible, but I feel like it was serviceable. That game is hard carried by its story, unfortunately. And the story is phenomenal, and some of the best that Nintendo has ever put out. The music is also incredible, because I think that's Yoko Shimomura, I forget exactly. No, I think it might be Shoko Sakai. Because there's like Mario Brothers motifs everywhere in that soundtrack, so I think it's Shoko Sakai. that's kind of his bag. But the soundtrack and the story hard carry that game. It is not fun to play after a certain point. At least for me. I'm more than willing to look past a game that doesn't feel amazing to play if it has a compelling story and a good soundtrack. After all, one of the main kinds of games I play are RPG Maker games. Which often do not have super compelling gameplay loops because RPG Maker is a very limited system. But even in spite of that, they do some great things. Oh, cube! Is there anything we can do with this cube? Maybe I put on glasses? Huh. There is something almost comforting about this kind of map design. Because I feel like with a lot of map makers, there's this incentive to make maps that are a little, like, snappier and more unique. Snappier, shorter, because, you know, with the knowledge that it's going to go on YNO, a lot of people are going to see it. And the last thing that you want is for someone to get annoyed at something that you created. Oh, this is fully just state. No kidding. Oh, there's a... Diabolical. I wonder if they're going to update the timekeeping badge for that. Yeah, the map's not popping up in here either. This must be a new submap then. Yeah, interesting. But there's this incentive to make maps like shorter and snappier and more visually interesting. But it's comforting to see when map makers are like, no, I don't really want to. I want to do things that are in my own style. Because as much as I like YNO, it can often be a bit of a destructive force on creativity if, like, now that the creators of these maps know that it's going to be enjoyed in a specific way that can change the way that they make their maps. Sometimes for the better, sometimes for the worse. Like, I think about Beans maps. A lot of Beans maps are explicitly designed with the knowledge that maybe people will probably be playing them online. So there's even, like, a couple of sight gags and references that only really make sense in the context of YNO, like the presence of Nova and the faceless. This counts a little bit less, but I think of the faceless Urasuki. This is a cool visual. The faceless Urasuki and the nefarious chessboard sub area where it spits you back out to the fake title screen also feels a lot more impactful if you're already used to people walking around normally. Like, it feels less uncanny than it would have if you've only played this in single player. Though it does still work if you're in single player. Okay, I need to cut off relatively soon because I need to go get lunch. But I'm still finding more areas. I'm trapped in Moriwo's Maze of Torment. This music. Ooh. How do I keep finding new stuff? This is also an area I don't think I've been to before. It's giving Darkroom Sewers a little bit. Very cool. Is this an exit? Okay, it is. Ooh. It's like I'm running out of things to say. I'm just kind of taking in... I'm taking in the atmosphere here. And it's a very good atmosphere. And I keep finding new doors. Like, where am I right now? And I swear I'm not just forgetting where I'm going. This place is... I might have retreaded some of my steps, but this place is also humongous. Like, that I'm pretty sure I've been to before. Okay. I think I'm done for now. This is a deeply cool area, and I've got to come back here at some point. Especially once they expand on it. I see multiple different I see multiple different internal author connections, which are really cool. I wish Moriwo nothing but the best. They are one of the best Tuki authors, easily. I respect the hell out of their style, and I hope they make so many more maps now that they're back. But yeah, that's all I got for now. Do a cheeky wake up just in case I get Gallery of Me? Probably not gonna happen. Nah. But yeah, that's all I got for now. Thanks so much for watching, y'all.